had somebody ask me why I don't like Columbus Day. And I started to explain what Christopher Columbus did and what he wrote in his own journal. And then I kind of was like, actually, that's not even the reason I dislike Columbus Day. The reason I dislike Columbus Day is because it is an example of current era politicians manipulating and like introducing history when it suits their narrative. Christopher Columbus was the first guy to step off a ship on the North American continent since the Vikings. But nobody was particularly worried about that. In 1890, in New Orleans, there is a ton of conflict between Italian Americans because they were immigrants that were taking jobs and all of the normal kind of complaints about Italian Americans in the late 1800s. And the chief of police is murdered. And they believe that Italian Americans did it. They arrest 19 Italian Americans, they put them in jail, they start having trials. And in 1891, they have 6 trials that result in not guilty verdicts and 3 trials that result in mistrials, and they still have a group of the men sitting in the jail waiting for more trials. And a group of United States citizens that are not Italian American decide to take things into their own hands in the way that 1890 justice worked, which was breaking into the jail and lynching every Italian American in the jail. They get 11 of them. A couple of them had nothing to do with the police chief, even remotely. They were just happened to be in jail, so they scooped them up too. They lynched all of them. And this left President Benjamin Harrison explaining to Italy why it is that people in the United States are breaking into jails and lynching groups of Italian Americans. And as an attempt to quell that current level kind of within white people cultural tension surrounding immigration, Benjamin Harrison offers Columbus Day as an option. It's supposed to be a one-time thing, but it's going to celebrate Italians' contributions to the United States over the years. Just so happens that guy that they've not been worried about at all for 400 years, who happened to step off the ship the first time, is Italian American. Sure, they'll roll with it. It kind of helped. And some of the Italian Americans kind of liked that they had a day that was about celebrating them, so they kept using that day to celebrate them. And they were like, yeah, sure, we claim Christopher Columbus. Really, it was about having like a day in the United States narrative that allowed Italian Americans to have some ownership over the story of the United States. And I find it really irritating when history is manipulated in the moment to kind of smooth over political strife by changing what we teach people about the history of the United States and what was important. And we create like glorified roles surrounding people and halo effect because we're worried about lynchings happening in New Orleans.